Hello and welcome to day 12 of 25 days of yoga for 2025. To continue this challenge, today I will guide you through a 35-minute Hatha Yoga practice. I encourage you to invite yourself into slowness as you practice today. Focus your mind on sensation and staying with it and being with it, and notice what you discover underneath. Come into a comfortable cross-legged seated position. Gently rest your hands on the tops of your knees or thighs and let your gaze come towards the floor or let your eyes close. Begin to breathe slowly in through your nose and out through your nose, at whatever pace feels comfortable for you, with no pressure to change it or fasten it or slow it down. Just breathe. Relax your shoulders down and away from your ears, and give the muscles in your face permission to relax and release their tension. Oftentimes we hold little amounts of tension in the body. We don't even realize it until we give it an opportunity to slip away. Begin to draw your mind to the feeling of air passing in through your nostrils, and then notice how it feels as the air leaves your nostrils. Be present to the gentle friction that you create when you breathe, and any other feeling that you experience as you do. Instead of analyzing or labeling these physical feelings, draw your mind back to the presence of experiencing them and noticing them as they flow and change. Now I invite you to realize how you want to feel moving forward in the rest of your day today. Realize the energy that you want to carry and radiate, and move forward in your practice, leading with that intended feeling. Move your hands forward to hold on to the front of your knees. And as you inhale, hug your knees towards you and draw your shoulder blades back and towards one another to puff out your chest and arch your spine as your gaze lifts. On your exhale, lean back slightly, straightening your arms. Round your spine and tuck your chin to your chest. Inhale, draw your shoulder blades back and puff your chest out to arch your spine. Exhale, round in towards yourself and tuck your chin. Inhale, push forward and arch. Exhale, lean back slightly and round your spine. Inhale, arch. And exhale, round. Inhale, arch as you shift forward, gaze lifts. Exhale, round and shift backward, tuck your chin. On inhale, come back to a neutral spine and release your hands on either side of you. On inhale, lift your arms up high and overhead, and exhale, relax your shoulders down. Inhale, reach high through your fingertips, and on exhale, let your left palm come to the mat beside you as your right palm reaches overhead and towards the left, and then sweep that right arm down in front of you across your space to circle. Inhale, lift it high and over towards the left. Exhale, sweep it down and in front of you across your space. Inhale, lift your arm up and over to the left. Exhale, sweep it down and in front of you. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, sweep it down and across. Inhale, lift the right arm high up and overhead. Exhale, lift the left up to meet it and relax your shoulders. Inhale, reach high towards the sky. Exhale, right hand comes to the mat beside you as left reaches over. Sweep the arm down and across your space to circle. Inhale, lift the left arm up and over to the right. Exhale, sweep it down and across. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, down and across to finish tracing your circles. Inhale, lift the left arm high and over to the right. Exhale, sweep the arm down and across your space. Inhale, lift the left arm high. Exhale, pop the right hand up to meet it. Inhale, reach high, palms touch over top of you. Exhale, lower your palms to heart center. Separate your hands and inhale, lift your arms up high overhead, palms touch. Exhale, send your palms down the center through heart center. Inhale, lift high, palms touch. Exhale, send your palms down the midline of your body. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lift your arms up and over one more time, palms touch. Exhale, send your hands down. Now sweep your legs behind you and shift your weight back so that you can sit on your heels. Plant both palms of both hands onto the mat just in front of your knees. On inhale, lift your left hand off of the mat and towards the sky, opening your chest to the left. Exhale, lower your palm down. Inhale, lift your right palm up and off of the mat and open to the right side. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift and open to the left, gaze follows fingertips. Exhale, lower your palm back down. Inhale, open up towards the right. Exhale, down. Inhale, open to the left. Exhale, lower. Inhale, open to the right. Exhale, lower. Now walk your hands forward slightly and come up into tabletop position with knees under hips and wrists under shoulders. Now step your right foot in between your hands and settle your weight into that front right hip. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, shift your hips back and down and invite your right leg to straighten. Inhale, bend the right knee, shift forward. Exhale, send your hips back and down and invite the right knee to come to straight. Inhale, shift your weight forward. Exhale, shift backward. Inhale, shift your weight forward and lift your arms up high and overhead. Exhale, send your palms down back to the mat and shift your hips back and down, not forcing your leg to straighten but inviting it. Inhale, shift forward and lift your arms up high and overhead. Exhale, sweep your palms back down to the mat and send your hips back. Inhale, shift your weight forward and walk your hands directly on the outside of your foot. Tuck your left toes underneath of you and lift your knee. And place your right hand on the inside of your right foot. Turn your back foot in and down to come parallel to the back of the mat. Lift your left hand to your hip, or on inhale, lift your left arm high towards the sky and let your gaze follow either set of fingertips. Inhale and exhale as you hold here, and feel your body react to the impact of this asana. Take one more inhale here, and on exhale, lower your left hand back down to the mat and pivot your back foot so toes face forward. Place your right hand back on the outside of your right foot and lower your left knee down. Then sweep your right knee back to meet your left and readjust yourself in tabletop position. Now step your left foot in between your hands and inhale deeply through your nose as you sink into your front left hip. On exhale, plant your palms and send your hips back and down to invite your left knee to straighten. Inhale, shift your weight forward. And exhale, shift your weight backward. Straighten that left knee as much or as little as is welcome. Inhale, shift your weight forward. Exhale, send your hips back. Inhale, shift your weight forward and lift your arms up high and overhead, straight above you. And exhale, send your palms back down to the mat and send your hips back and down once again. Inhale, shift your weight forward, arms lift high up and overhead. Exhale, send your palms back down to the mat and shift backwards. Inhale, shift your weight forward and walk your hands to frame your left foot. Tuck your right toes underneath of you and lift that knee off of the ground. Then step your left hand onto the inside of your left foot and turn your back right foot in and down to come parallel to the back of your mat. Lift your right hand up to your right hip, or on an inhale, extend the arm up high in line with your shoulder. Breathe as you hold here. Notice and invite any differences that you might feel from the right side to this left side. Take one more inhale here, and on your exhale, send your right arm back down to the mat. Turn your back foot back in so toes face forward, and place your left hand back on the outside of your left foot. Inhale, bend your right knee. Exhale, step that right foot up to meet your left, keeping a deep bend in your knees and planting your hands on the ground at the same time as your heels for Uttanasana, forward fold. On inhale, deeply bend your knees and send your hips back and down over your heels, and lift your chest up and off of the tops of your thighs, arms lift high and overhead. Exhale, hold as you hover here over an imaginary chair. Hands can come to hips or in front of you at shoulder height, or they can stay lifted high and overhead as you breathe. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your nose in Utkatasana, standing squat. Inhale and exhale. Take one more inhale here, and on your exhale, press yourself up to stand, straightening your knees and lower your hands down by your side. Bring your feet underneath of you at hips width distance and ground through all four corners of your feet. Feel as your hips stack right over top of your knees, and then notice if you can stand just a little bit taller, creating even a millimeter more of space between the top of your hips and the bottom of your ribs. On inhale, lift your arms up high and overhead, and exhale, relax your shoulders back and down and hold your arms here in Tadasana, mountain pose. Feel your body gain strength and stability the longer you stay and hold here. And continue to breathe steadily as you establish your strength in this mountain pose. Inhale and reach high through your fingertips towards the sky. And exhale, lower your hands down to your hips. Shift your weight into your standing right foot, and inhale as you lift your left knee bent in front of you at hip height. Exhale, send your left leg behind you a full leg's length and land on the balls of your left toes. Watch as your front right knee tracks right over your front ankle. If you feel compression in your low back, adjust your pelvis and hips forward and backward until you find a comfortable place. Your hands can stay here, or on inhale, lift them up high and overhead, and exhale, relax your shoulders to settle into your expression of Virabhadrasana, warrior pose. Inhale and exhale here, and reach through your back left heel towards the ground. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, lower your arms down in front of you at shoulder height. And exhale, turn your back left foot in and down as you open your left arm out. Lower your hands down to your hips and square your hips and shoulders towards the side of your space. And watch as that front right knee stays tracking right over your front right ankle. Stay here or inhale, lift your arms up and out to a T position at shoulder height and gaze over your front right fingertips for Parsha Virabhadrasana, side warrior. Energetically draw your legs towards one another without moving them to stabilize you as you breathe here. On inhale, keep your left arm straight and slowly swing it in front of you, left palm meeting your right. And as you exhale, bend your left elbow as if you're drawing a bow back. Inhale, lift your aim of your bow up towards the sky as you lean back. And exhale, shoot that bow and let your left arm travel down the back of your left leg as right arm reaches overhead towards the sky. Reverse warrior. Inhale and exhale as you hold here. Inhale, reach a little bit further up through your right hand. And exhale, slowly lower both hands back down to your hips. Take a breath in. And on your breath out, straighten your front right leg. Pivot your right foot inward and then turn both feet slightly out so your toes point towards the long corners of your mat. Ground firmly through your feet as you stand tall here. Inhale and exhale. On inhale, lift your arms up high and overhead into a high V position. And exhale, relax your shoulders as you take up your rightful space here. Inhale, reach your arms a little bit wider, taking up even more space. And exhale, hold. Watch as any stories creep in about what might or might not be true, and then let them go with a breath as you hold. Inhale, reach a little bit further and higher, and exhale, lower your hands down to your hips. Turn your left foot out so that your toes face the front of the mat. And turn your right foot inward so that it comes parallel to the back of your mat. Bend your front left knee now. Watch as it tracks right over your left ankle and square your hips and shoulders towards the side of your space. Keep your hands here or on inhale, lift your arms up high to shoulder height and gaze over your left fingertips. Inhale and exhale in your Parsha Virabhadrasana, side warrior. Give any muscles that do not need to be tensed permission to let go as you take one last inhale and exhale here. Inhale, keep your right arm straight and sweep it towards your left, palms touch. Exhale, bend your right elbow and draw your imaginary bow back. Inhale, lift your aim towards the sky. Exhale, launch your bow and let your right hand track down the back of your right leg as your left arm lifts overhead and towards the sky. Now with an inhale, reach a little bit further through your left hand to open up your left side body. And exhale, hold in your reverse warrior. Inhale, hold, and exhale. Lift your arms back up through center, and then bring your hands to your hips. Pivot your back right foot inward so that toes face forward, and reach towards the ground through your back right heel. Adjust your hips to release any compression in your low back. And watch your front left knee track over your front left ankle. Stay here with hands at hips for Warrior Virabhadrasana, or on inhale, lift your arms up high and overhead and relax your shoulders back and down. Inhale and exhale as you hold in your strong warrior. Draw your legs towards one another without moving them to stabilize you as you hold. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and reach your fingertips high towards the sky. Exhale, plant your palms onto the front of your left thigh, and then step your right foot up to meet your left. Bring your hands to your hips and place a gentle bend in your knees. Inhale. And on exhale, hinge forward at the hips with a straight spine all the way down and plant your palms onto the mat. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale and exhale here, and feel your head hang underneath of your heart. Inhale, deeply bend your knees, and on exhale, step your right knee down to the mat and then sweep your left knee back to meet it. Now walk your knees back on your mat and slowly lower yourself down onto your belly. Let your arms come long beside you, palms facing down. And feel the length from the crown of your head track all the way down your spine and your legs and your feet down to the tip of your toes. Separate your feet at about hips width distance and ground firmly into the floor through your pubic bone. On inhale, lift your legs and arms and chest up off of the mat, fingers reaching towards toes, and exhale, gently lower back down. Reground yourself into the floor with your pubic bone, and on inhale, squeeze your buttocks and lift your legs and arms and chest off of the ground. And exhale, hold in Navasana, boat pose. Stay here and hold, or bend both knees towards your butt and grab onto the front of your ankles with your hands. On an inhale, press your ankles back, trying to escape your hands, but don't let your hands break hold of them. Lift your chest higher and inhale. And exhale. Inhale, push your ankles away as hands pull them towards you. Exhale, release your ankles and gently come back to the ground. Bring your palms underneath of either shoulder and squeeze your shoulder blades towards one another. And on inhale, press yourself up and sweep your legs behind you to come to lay down on your back. Bring your arms out wide into a T position at shoulder height. And then lift your legs, knees bent at 90 degrees up over your hips. Inhale, and on exhale, let both knees fall towards your left side space. And then turn your head to gaze over your right fingertips. Welcome your body to melt into this supine twist. And as you breathe, release just a little bit more tension from the places that you do not need to hold it here. Feel your body relax further and further into this pose with each breath. Turn your head back through center, and on inhale, lift your knees back up over your hips. And on your exhale, let both knees fall towards your right side space now, releasing them to the ground. And turn your head to fix your gaze over your left fingertips. Breathe deeply as you melt into the ground here, and draw your mind to any differences in sensation from this side twist compared to the last. Let your mind be drawn to those differing feelings as you lay here. Turn your head back through center, and on inhale, lift your knees back up over your hips. And on exhale, wrap your arms around the front of your shins and curl into a little ball. Inhale, and on exhale, extend long, arms by your sides, palms facing down, into Shavasana. Starting at your heels, begin to do a full body scan all the way from your feet to your head, and draw your mind to focus on every single place that your body is connecting to the earth. Feel it and be with it, this feeling of connection. When you complete your full body scan, tune back onto your feeling of breath as you lie here for relaxation. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes with gentle and inviting movement, bringing yourself back into this beautiful vessel for human life. Bend both knees and turn yourself on to one side, using your lower arm as a pillow for your head and resting your other arm onto the mat. Now, on your terms, gently use that arm to press yourself up into a comfortable seated position. When you get here, rest your hands gently on the tops of your knees and bring your eyes to close and gaze inward. Draw your mind to notice the stillness and silence that resides within you in this very moment. Notice how you have every ounce of control to move forward into your day in any way you choose. Bring both hands to meet at heart center and take one last deep inhale through your nose of light and love, and exhale, bow your head towards your hands and let it all go. You have just completed day 12 of 25 days of yoga for 2025. I am so grateful to have had the opportunity to share space and energy as you practice today. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 13. Namaste and Jai Bhagwan.